Wow. The camera friends though.
It's okay. Let's just wait for Shane to. Okay, you can mute it.
Afede Zantiro.
Oh,
Welcome to the live stream of the first ever Know Your Worth spoken word competition brought to you by the Northern Marianas Coalition Against Domestic and Sexual Violence. I'm Yorihana Sasimoto.
and I'm Seanray Gaviola, and we will be your virtual MCs for this afternoon. Thanks again for joining us on Zoom and on Facebook. We are so excited to join the coalition in bringing back the spoken word poetry competition for the youth in the CNMI. This event, along with the Know Your Worth art and essay competition, are part of the Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month campaign in February.
As most of us know, dating violence is experienced by many teens in our community. However, many teens and youth don't report or don't always know how to reach out for help. So, the coalition and some amazing volunteers started the Teen Poetry Slam almost 10 years ago to help teens speak out against dating violence for themselves and their peers in their own unique and creative way.
We're proud to report that more youth were invited to participate this year when the coalition opened up the art and essay competition to the whole CNMI. They opened it up to more students as well, including 6th graders. So again, welcome and thank you for joining us to support CNMI youth speaking out about a serious issue that affects them in one way to show how you know your worth.
Before we begin, I'd like to go over some virtual housekeeping rules. First of all, this is a safe space, so let's try to continue to promote that by being respectful and kind, especially those who can comment and react on the Facebook live stream. Also, please be kind to yourself.
Our poets in grades 6 to 12 will be talking about teen dating violence and similar topics that may be triggering. It's okay to take a break and take care of yourself. Come back whenever you need to. If you need to talk to someone, here are some phone numbers and some websites to call in the CNMI and in the States. Thank you, and I hope you stay safe.
Taking care of your mental health is very important. And hopefully it will cheer some of you up to know that today we will not only show the 19 incredible spoken word performances, but we will also be announcing the first, second, and third place winners of the Know Your Worth art, essay, and spoken word competitions. There will be a first, second, and third place winner for both the middle school and the high school divisions for each category. That means 6 students who created art, 6 students who wrote an essay, and 6 students who performed their poem will be winning a cash prize from the coalition. But that's not all. You, as in all of you guys watching, if you stick with us until the end of the performances, you will get to vote on your favorite middle school performance and high school performance for the People's Choice Award, which is worth an additional $100. After that, we will announce all the winners.
Before we introduce our first spokesperson in the middle school division, I'd like to introduce and welcome our judges. We have former educator, sometimes professional stand-up, and longtime grant manager, Jay Sanchez. Next is an advocate, inspirational speaker, and mom of teens and everyone in between, Miss Melissa Castro. Up next, last but not least, Cagman High School graduate, CAFT small business owner, and spokesperson artist herself, Mercelyn Palek. Thanks again for being here, guys.
Our 25 poets will be competing solo or in pairs in one of 2 divisions, the middle school division, or 6th to 8th grade, and the high school division, or 9th to 12th grade. Each poem and performance will be judged on how well themes related to teen dating violence or healthy relationships are addressed, the quality of writing, dramatic appropriateness, and overall impact. With that said, best of luck to all our contestants, and thank you for using your voice and talent to help teens like us in our community. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce our first middle school division performer and 7th grader, Edwin Civicow Jr. from Francisco M. Sublime Middle School.
Hello, my name is Edwin Sibuka Jr. I'm in the 7th grade and from Francisco Miriola Sablan Middle School. Today, my spoken words will be about violent love. First, we start as lovers. Now, a couple who always argue, from beatings to hatings. Peace is not present anymore, as evident in our relationship, due to jealousy and hatred. I must live on, free from bondage from my partner, who always tortures me day and night. I feel wrecked, nightmares from torture. I feel physically, mentally, and emotionally hurt. I must move on, trying to reconnect with reality and freedom in order to be loved again, to be loved and love again, and to be loved again.
Wow, what a way to kick off this competition, Edwin. Before we announce the next competitors, I just want to ask, did you know that 1 in 3 teens will be in an abusive or unhealthy relationship, but only 1/3 will ever speak up about it? Well, today we are talking about it. Up next, we have 2 6th graders from Mount Carmel Elementary School, Audrey Kutigua and Alexia Rubia.
Hi, my name is Alexia Rubia, and I am a 6th grader from Mount Carmel School.
Hi, my name is Aubrey Kitigua, and I am also a 6th grader at Mount Carmel School.
And our title is Regrettable Teen Dating.
It hurts to feel this way, the love and the hate. I can't stand them and their vicious ways.
Possession, miscommunication, accusations. Feels like an amputated heart that was ripped apart, no choice but to restart.
The time that has been wasted, all the promises that have been made, no choice but to cry all these tears on a bad day.
Crying on the inside, smiling on the outside. Everything was fine till you threw me on the side.
You used me like a toy, played me like a little boy. Now isn't the time to regret your ways when all you did was delay. Thank you.
Go Knights and go Aubrey and Alexia. And before we show our next middle school contestant, here's another fact. Supporting healthy, nonviolent relationships can reduce teen dating violence and prevent its harmful, long-lasting effects on individuals, their families, and their communities. Our next contestant is an 8th grader from Dan Dan Middle School, Daniel Dela Cruz.
Hi, my name is Daniel Dela Cruz, and I'm an 8th grader going to Dan Dan Middle School. They said, use your words. Your words lift you high above the sky to touch the stars without pulling others down. But words, they are strong, piercing through skin into the soul, leaving scars, scars that never heal. Scars that never fade or go forgotten. Their presence is always there. Words are powerful, at times too powerful. I say this because I loved you, I admired you, I protected you, I listened to you, I did everything, but all you ever did was put me down. You don't look good in those pants. You wear a bigger shirt, work out more. I can't believe you're eating so much. Even if I handed the world to you, it wasn't good enough. At least that's what you said. You aren't good enough. Then you took everything and you left. You ripped the soul out of my body and shattered it right in front of me, leaving me a lifeless corpse. But I don't understand. I did everything, but your words, they broke me. broke me beyond repair.
Wow, what an amazing performance, Daniel. And here's another amazing fact. Teen dating violence is actually very preventable. It's up to all of us to help each other out and to help youth grow up violence-free. Now, on to our next competitors, sixth graders Camisan Cabrera and Cassidy Flores from Mount Carmel School.
Hi, I'm Cassidy Flores. I'm from MCS and I'm 6B.
Hi, I'm Himasan Cabrera. I'm 6th grade and I'm from MCS.
So today we're going to be presenting Unhealthy Relationships by Cassidy Flores and
Himasan Cabrera.
Just to say, not everybody is having a great day, all because they're afraid to say, I'm not okay. Just because they seem happy and proud today doesn't mean they are okay. Every day people say, I'm okay, hiding the fact that they are sad every day, pleading with people to leave them alone and to hide the bruises and scars for another day. We all know that love isn't fair, but we try. Life isn't easy, but we strive. Life might not be fair, kind, or easy, but you don't have to let your anger out in violence, or is a way you put people in pain. But the truth is, not everybody is perfect. That is true, but just try. And please, don't say I'm okay when you aren't. It will just hurt more. The whole meaning of a relationship is to be there for the person you love.
Make sure your partner is happy, and if they are not, then talk to them, find ways to make them happy, and to have fun. Go to the park, relax with each other, show respect to each other, and to show your love to each other. Make each other feel loved. Give each other compliments. Give each other space when you can. Just because you love them very much doesn't mean they have to be with you every day. Have as much fun together as possible. If your partner is having a hard time, make them happy. See what they want to do to have fun. Enjoy life. Be respectful to each other. Respect your partner so you can be partners for a long time in life, to guide each other in life. But the most important part of a real relationship is to trust, love, and communicate.
Thank you.
That was Kimison and Cassidy sharing some knowledge about teen dating violence. Remember that after we finish showing all 11 of the middle school spoken word performances, you will be able to vote for your favorite contestant or contestants, and your votes will decide who will win the People's Choice Award worth $100. Up next, we have our fifth performance by another 8th grader from Dan Dan Middle School, Dominga Cozy.
My name is Dominka Kosi. I'm in the 8th grade and I go to school at DMS Dandan Middle School. And my poem is called Mistreated. You showed up on my doorstep asking for forgiveness in the pouring rain. Seeing you on your knees brought back all the memories I had with you. You were ungrateful and hateful. You made me feel uncomfortable and unlovable. You told me you loved me, then criticized me. I exercised and went on multiple massive diets to live up to your expectations. You shot down my hopes and dreams. You called me nasty names. I wished on every shooting star that you would change. At night, you peacefully sleep while I cried in silence. You played with my feelings like it was a game of Monopoly. I regret having no courage to tell you how you made me feel, but you manipulated me into thinking it was love. I don't blame you for treating me how you did, but I blame myself for thinking you would change.
I wish I was that expressive with my eyes. But Dominga Cozy, everybody. Speaking of expressing yourself, did you know that it is critical for preteens and teens to begin learning skills to create and maintain healthy relationships, including feelings and communicating in a healthy way? Well, now you know. Our next competitor is another 6th grade duo from Mount Carmel School, Siwoo Lee and Francisco Maratita.
My name is Francisco Maratita.
My name is Siwoo Lee.
We're 6th grade.
And we go to Mount Carmel School.
Control your anger, don't make them come out, or don't make them cry.
If you hit them or slap them, they're gonna ask the reason why.
Don't go too far, it will not be fine, even how hard you try.
If you go too far, it will lead to a goodbye. Thank you.
Yes, we should all work to stop violence. Thank you so much, Siwoo and Francisco, for that message. To learn more about teen dating violence and ways to have a healthy relationship, please visit loveisrespect.org. Up next, we have 7th grader from Francisco M. Sablon Middle School, Danilyn Jacoba.
Good evening. I am Danilyn Jacoba in 7th grade from Francisco M. Sablon Middle School. Today I'll be reciting my poem entitled Never Again. I've seen you every night, not knowing my next move. One step, one fallen. You hit me. I never hit back. A daily habit, never broken. The next day, over and over and over again. You'll always say, you'll always love me, and you'll never do it again. Guess what? Not again. You accuse me of cheating. I see you every night with another lover. It hurts my heart, but I never confront you. Every day, every night, something happens. Waking up in a strange room without you around. Finally finding peace without a doubt. I slowly wake up in a white room with you around. I told you, we're over! You left with a grin. I found out how you cheated me. Remembering that night, chasing away. You shot me down. I passed away. In the cold night, on my chest, bloody wounds burst out. My last goodbye is not to you. I found out your love was breaking me from the inside out. Never again, I promise myself. Closing my eyes, waiting on my time, waking up peacefully in the blue, bubbly sky.
Wow. Never underestimate a 7th grader, I guess. Wow. That was very heartfelt. Did you know that girls and young women between the ages of 16 and 24 are roughly 3 times more likely to be abused by an intimate partner compared to the rest of the population? To learn more, go to loveisrespect.org. And now, finally, for our last middle school pair to perform, Meet sixth graders from Mount Carmel School, Jason Takipul and Cyril Pankalinen.
Teenage relationship. Teenage relationships could be healthy, unhealthy. Unhealthy relationships can lead to violence. Relationships can be healthy. Healthy relationships have no prevention or jealousy.
Unhealthy relationships can be hurtful. Healthy relationships always have compromises. Healthy relationships always get together. Unhealthy relationships always argue.
Teenage relationships could be healthy. Healthy relationships have no violence. Healthy relationships can be peaceful. Unhealthy relationships can limit you to certain activities.
Unhealthy relationships can damage people. Unhealthy relationships can lead to the cops being called. Unhealthy relationships can keep one person to visit friends or family. Unhealthy relationships can change one's feelings.
I'm Jason Tagavo and I go to MCS school and I'm in 6th grade.
I'm Cyril Pangalinen and I'm in 6th grade and I go to Mount Carmel School.
Great messages, Cyril and Jason. This year, we have some competitors who are new to spoken word poetry and even had to research about teen dating violence to be part of the Know Your Worth competitions. Taking time to educate yourself is the first step to changing the world. So shout out to the teachers, school staff, parents, and family members who encouraged all of our competitors to take part in this and Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month. Now, let me introduce our next performer, Joshua Yu, a 7th grader from Saipan Community School.
Hi, my name is Joshua Yu. I'm a 7th grader from Saipan Community School. My poem is titled The Two Sides of Love. The person you used to hold hands with shouldn't be the person to hit you. The person you used to walk with shouldn't be the person to beat you down. The person you used to stare with love shouldn't be the one to make you cry. The person you confessed your love to shouldn't be the one to curse you. Love shouldn't make you feel desperate or trapped. Love is not a tool. Thank you.
Keeping it short but neat, Joshua Yu from Saipan Community School. Did you know that unhealthy or violent relationships can have severe short and long-term effects on a developing teen? For example, youth who are victims of teen dating violence are more likely to experience symptoms of depression and anxiety. Engage in unhealthy behaviors such as using tobacco, drugs, and alcohol, and think about suicide. If you or anybody you know are experiencing violence or abuse, please contact 670-234-5100. Our next competitor is from the South Side. He is 7th grade. He is a 7th grader attending Francisco M. Sablan Middle School. Please welcome Gian Antonio.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties right now. Please just give us a few minutes to work this out. Thank you.
Good evening. I am Jan Antonio, a 7th grade from Francisco M. Sablan Middle School. Today, I will perform my original poem entitled Toxic Love. The first time I saw you, I asked myself, is this love at first sight? Your innocent beauty caught my heart, my mind, and my soul. Nothing compare the feelings that I felt for you were the kindest, honest, and most loving person I ever met in my life. I tried to show that I love you endlessly. In return, you made me feel insecure, useless. Everyone thinks that I'm so insane of loving you, even though that I know you don't truly love me. I am in my lowest point, trying to mend the relationship, blindly following what you want, giving all the attentions you need, to the extent that it will affect my life. Our last fight made me crazy because you always break up with me. But the worst part is, you broke a huge glass on my head. But I'm still the one who keeps saying sorry. I know it's toxic, but I cannot break up with you because I love you more than anyone else. I know it's toxic, but I'm doing this for our relationship. Finally, I look in the mirror. I ask myself, am I a fool? No! I will end this now! I will end this now! No! 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 And now, I realize I was a fool. Even though our relationship is really toxic. Toxic love finally ended.
What an incredible performance, Jan. Thank you. And also thank you for those who have tuned in to watch these performances and to learn more about teen dating violence, a serious issue that teens and young people face. Remember that you can vote for your favorite middle school performance outside of the first, second, and third place winners. This is the People's Choice Award and is worth $100. Now to our last, but not the least, middle school division competitor, Saipan Community School 8th grader, Sharon Yang.
Hi, my name is Sharon Young. I'm in 8th grade and I'm from Saipan Community School. My poem is called Love, Hear Me Out. Her point of view. I feel so lifeless in these shackles, the shackles that prevented my freedom, the shackles that he put on. I just want to be set free, away from him, away from the boy I once knew. He was so precious, so charming, to the point I fell for him, fell for his lies. His facade was so cold, cold as the white winter snow. It was so cold to the point I can barely recognize him anymore, recognize the boy that I used to call mine. His touches didn't provide me comfort, his kisses didn't give me love, but instead they gave me shivers, shivers of fear, and shivers of uncomfort. I felt like a bird trapped in its cage, unable to flap its wings. I felt like a child whose words have no importance to the peers above her. I wanted to scream and shout at my friends, my parents, and at the people around me for comfort, for help. But I couldn't though, because I'm just a teen whose words that other people may not believe. For that I am an annoying and dramatic kid that may call wolf without being seen. But I'm not that kind of a person to like cunningly break privileges. I once again lie back down on my bed, wondering all the other possibilities that may have turned him that way. I began to overthink, thinking if I did anything wrong for the past couple of months, since this relationship has started. But I stopped though, growing tired of all the abuse he gives me, tired of all the fakeness in his eyes. Love, I said, what has turned you this way? But of course, the darkness around my room wouldn't answer. I'm sorry for whatever I've done. Just please, stop hurting me, I said solemnly. After all the equivalent touches, insults, and hits, all happening at school, where nobody will hear me scream in agony or in pain, I lie there, hopeless on my bed. So please, love, hear me out. I'm tired of all the abuse and violence you did. His point of view. I searched your eyes, that were once so innocent and lovely, filled with glow and warmth, now filled with an empty void. I could almost trust her, just by looking at her eyes. I could almost believe her, just by listening to her lies. As weeks go on and turn to months, I grew tired of her lies. Lies that made me stay by her side. The verbal abuse, then the sugarcoated lies, I grew tired of it. Of her. I would yell at her, hit her, and touch her without her consent, just to see her scared, just to let her see the damage she has done to me. But what I didn't realize was that she only said this to keep me away from hurting her. My head started to hurt. I started to blink in realization that the things I've ever done to her I can't take back. I began to regret all the things I've done to her, thinking it was abuse. Really? She was protecting herself from me. At the same time, though, she said unnecessary things. No, you can't hang out with your friends. She's flirting with you. Stay away from her. Freak. At the same time, they're for me. A warning to stay away from her. I didn't listen. Why did I even date you in the first place? Stay away from me. I'm tired of all the things you have done to me. I'm sorry, love, but we have to make this to an end. We're done. Done? Done? After all the dumb abuse she has done to me first, she thinks she can get away with this excuse? I would think. But in reality, I was lying to myself that she did it first. Really, it was me. No, I thought at the time. You can't leave. Didn't even know the things you did to me. I'm sorry, love. I'm so sorry. Love, please hear me out. Please don't leave me. I overthink, misunderstood you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I can't live without you, love. Once star-crossed lovers started to say, once friends, people would say. All of this, from strangers to friends, then to lovers, all of this just to be broken in the end. Is that worth it, some may ask. No, I would say, for that love comes with abuse. Although love comes with joy, it can be very dangerous too. If one's relationship is healthy, love will be more easy on them. But if one's relationship goes downwards from lack of communication, I'm sorry to say that you two are in love with the wrong person, the right time, right place, only to be hurt in the end. Thank you.
Love the different point of view, Sharon. Wow. And that wraps up all the performances by our brave and talented middle schoolers. Let's give them a round of applause at our homes, of course. Now, this is where you, the audience, comes in. We'll be going on a 10-minute break. But while we're on the break, you guys, the audience, will be voting for our first Popular Choice Awards. To cast your votes, go to menti.com and type in the code at the top of the screen to vote for your favorite middle school performance. Again, that's menti.com, MENTI.com, and type in the code in the top of your screen to vote for your favorite middle school performance. Voting closes as soon as we come back from break, and when we come back, we'll announce the first winner of the popular vote and move on to our high school division. See you all then. Bye.
Hello, everyone. There is now 1 minute left for voting, so please get your votes in, and then we'll announce who wins the People's Choice Award for the 2022 Know Your Worth Middle School Division Poets.
Hello, and we're back. How was your guys' break? Oh my gosh, that was a quick 10-minute break, right? Well, now it's time to announce the winner of the People's Choice Awards for the middle school division. So, without further ado, I would like to say congratulations to
Alexia Rubia and Aubrey Kittigua, 6th graders from Mount Carmel School, who had the most votes for favorite spoken word performance for middle school and have won $100.
Congratulations! Remember to stick around until the end to find out which of our middle school poets got 3rd place with a cash prize of $100, 2nd place with a cash prize of $200, and 1st place with a cash prize of $300. Now, let's move on to our high school division, or our 9th to 12th grade performances. Judges, are you still with us? Judges? I think they're still in break. Ooh. They must still be in break. Well, I will assure you they will be with us. Now, up next, now are you guys, you, the audience, are you audience here with us today? Are you guys still with us? People in the Zoom chat, if you're able to raise your hand, go for it. Say yeah. Hi, welcome. How has it been? Are you guys enjoying it so far? Yeah, great. Yeah, let's go. Are our judges back from their break? Are they back? I would like to hear a word from them. Judges? Even if you're not there, judges, just raise your hand. Oh, I just got a verbal confirmation that they're here. Yeah. We're here. Hi. Oh, there they are. Hi. Now, people who are still here, please stick around to the end because we still need you. We're going to be starting our high school division, so you guys will still be able to vote for your favorite high school poet performance. And now to start off our high school performance, I would like to introduce a junior from Kagman High School named Jinyi Rain Ni.
So my name is Singi Ni, better known as Rain, and I'm an 11th grader at Kagman High School. I felt like the luckiest girl the day you asked me out. The yes you're hoping for, I gave without a doubt. And every day we went out, we're happy inside and out. The bruises I hide under the long sleeves I liked. I was defending you, and I cried as I lied. Silenced by your apologies, I believed in you, but hurt again and again because your anger is an issue. I thought of the first days, the attention I couldn't resist, flushed with compliments, sealed with your kiss. But as we got closer and closer, my circle grew smaller and smaller. But that was okay. And then you started to holler. What are you wearing? Cover up. Who are you talking to? Tell me now. The words coming from your mouth were no longer compliments. They stagger me with pain. The hands I held no longer bring comfort. It leaves me with an ache. When they ask if I'm okay, of course, is what I say. But I wish we stay 6 feet away, because now I'm 6 feet lying in my new bed. You took my life away, and I let you anyway. But this love shouldn't have been enough for me to suffer and stay. Speak up before it's too late. This is not love nor your fate. Never let anyone control you. You are not the issue. Always know your worth. Violence is not how it works. Thank you.
AYU, AYU.
Are there any Cagman High Azuzus tuning in with us? Drop us a few likes and hearts if you're tuning in live. Also, did you know that although dating violence can happen to anyone at any age, 26% of women and 15% of men who were victims of physical violence, sexual violence, and or stalking by an intimate partner first experienced these or other forms of violence before the age of 18. Our next contestant continues to shed light on teen dating violence, and this is sophomore Jane Mazunder from Marianas High School.
Hafiday Zantiro. My name is Jane Mazander and I am a sophomore at Marianas High School. Today I will be reading I Yearned to Say the Grim Curse. Physical, sexual identity abuse. I was crazy compelling the first move. When I texted an angel, I thought it could improve. But between you and me and the eternal abuse, it was life or death that I had to choose. When she first hit me, she made me go on my knees. I thought she was different from all the other queens. It started to be precious until I spoiled her too much. And then she wanted too much. She made me give her too much. There were words in my head that I yearned to say. The grim curse of thinking about you every day. You are a wolf in sheep's clothing. I feel my body decomposing. When I spoke to other girls, dream girls or e-girls, you were jealous and you couldn't concede it. Instead, you imprisoned me between your vitality that I don't even understand my sexuality. Mental, financial, emotional abuse. You show our love on Instagram as if it were perfect. But behind the screens, it was you and me and the love that wasn't worth it. Last time I checked, it was neglect. Our relationship had a disconnect. That one you wrecked and can't hear cause I'm the one that's always incorrect. Accuse, that was all you loved to do. You accused me for cheating and for slapping you. You turned my friends against me for something I didn't do. Excuse, that was all you loved to do. When I spoke out the truth, you just made an excuse. To you, I was a nobody, a nothing to you. Just someone you can hurt. You never cared about my youth. Abuse, that was all you loved to do. You left unwanted marks around my body that you told to hide from everybody. I hid the harm for you. I bear the pain no matter what you do. 'Cause I loved you, and you know what I say is true. Use. In the end, that's what you do. I was an apple you bit and then threw. You played me and used my own credit card to buy whatever you want that you will later discard. Like my heart, you left with my card, and I left with many scars. You destroyed what was ours, what we built in many hours. Excuse me, she accused me, abused me, and used me. She twisted me to the point where I don't even know who is me. Who is she to shatter me, and who is me to seize it? There are words in my head that I yearn to say, the grim curse of thinking about her every day. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Jane. After this, Janes are definitely anything but plain. Did you know that youth who identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, or those who are questioning are disproportionately affected by dating violence, as well as other forms of violence compared to their straight and cisgender peers? Learn more about how to support your LGBTQIA+ youth by getting involved in your school's Pride Club or starting one yourself. Up next is another Azuzu and a returning competitor, Jude Tulamar, a junior from Cagman High School.
Buenas and happy day, everyone. My name is Jude Tulamar, and I'm a junior at Cagman High School. My poem is entitled, Where Are You? Where are you? Answer me, please. Where are you? Where would you be? I thought that to the end it'll just be you and me. So why did you have to make such a promise you couldn't keep? Every day I look for you, my mind wandering, my heart steep. Every night I worry, then pray for you, then sleep. How did this transpire? What led to this moment? How did this situation become so dire? The more I think, I get more impatient. Looking back, I should have read all the signs. All the things that were done that just crossed my mind. The little face that she made when things didn't go her way. The little faces you made from the words she would say. The things she would do to push your friends away. The pictures she posted that you didn't want. The breaking your psyche she does nonchalant. It hurts every time I think about those moments today. I hurt not knowing how those memories would weigh. You knew I was always there for you. So why didn't you tell me? You knew I wouldn't judge you. My love is guaranteed. Saying this now, was I too late? Was I too late to change this unfortunate fate? To hurt the person that damaged you more, the person you said you loved once before. It's my fault, right? That you're there and I'm here. It's my fault that I let my favorite person disappear. I miss you, and I wish this wasn't real. I miss all the talks we had and how you made me feel. I miss your laugh, and the things we used to share. Where are you? Please? Are you happy up there? Thank you.
Thank you for captivating us once again, Jude. And remember, if you see something, say something. You can definitely contact the Caridot Victim Hotline for crimes against victims. Next up are Kea Das and Jezreel Dralan, sophomores from MHS.
I'm Keodos.
I'm Jessrel Julon. We're from the 10th grade in Marianas High School, and this is our poem. Broken Memories by
Keodos
and Jessrel Julon. Everything started sweet at first. We walked to each of our classes, sometimes hand in hand, and every time we would exchange secret smiles. We would meet in places where lovers meet, and it was picture perfect, like my favorite movie scenes, until it turned into something cruel.
It was a mistake. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to punch you and make you bleed till your blood and tears mixed. Those were the words I said when I lost control. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tell you that you're nothing, that you're worthless. I'm sorry. You weren't cheating on me. I knew that. But I'm so broken, so lost. Won't you hold me, love? I'm the monster who holds your heart. I never did deserve you, but here's the thing about monsters. They're made, and they won't ever let you go. And when you fall for one, they'll ruin you too, until there's nothing left but an empty shell.
You look closely when you know everything about my family, my friends, my failures. But it wasn't anything like that. I don't want to be labeled a victim. I don't want to be called a survivor. I want my pain to be a story that I will tell. But I need it to be a love story. Is this what love is? I just want it to be perfect. I need it to be perfect. But if this thing between us isn't perfect, I just need you here. So I drown in you. All your apologies, all your bittersweet promises, and I cling to the hope that your storms would end. My friends were worried. I'm losing weight, I'm failing school, and I barely sleep. And I wonder if I'm the failure. My parents know something's wrong, but they don't know about us. Even if they did know, they'll tell me that you're perfect in every way. And I can't help but agree. You know me more than anyone. In this broken world, you provide the comfort that everyone else lacks. You understand me. You embrace my dark side and bring me to the light. We were a fairy tale, you and I. And that just shows that the good memories erase the bad ones. Every single time.
I won't call it love, but when you told me that you'll leave me, I refused. I did not want to lose someone who stood by me. Even when I wanted to break you, you stood by my side, never faltering. You flinched and sobbed and screamed. But when you told me that you'd leave forever and ever, I snapped. I lost control. And this time, I won't apologize. Not until you come back. Hate me all you want, but you know what they say. There's a fine line between hate and love.
You stooped so low, didn't you? You used threats to keep me by your side, and it worked. I stayed. You stayed. And we clawed at each other because love is wild. That's what you taught me.
You wear your scars proudly. The fading bruises and cuts will be a reminder of what we were. I was the monster who broke you bit by bit. But you never quit loving me. You were a fool, and so was I. I'll remember us, the young, the wild, the savage teens. We used each other till we were nothing more than burning memories.
Some days, I cling to the memory of you, and I hate it more than anything. Now I know that the thing called love shouldn't feel like a constant battlefield. A war of fire that burns in our dark, dark soul. The real thing was meant to be like the stars, that were a light with an inner glow, even in the darkest of nights. Thank you.
Ladies, that was an awesome performance. Making memories are so precious, especially with the ones we love, and that is why it's so important to have a healthy relationship that lasts a lifetime. Did you know that the Trevor Project is the leading national organization focused on crisis and suicide prevention efforts for LGBTQIA youth? Next up is Jill Ann Malari, a junior from NCS.
Good afternoon, my name is Jill Malari. I am a junior at Mount Carmel School, and today I'll be performing my original poem entitled, It's Not Me. Growing up, the movies have always shown that true love is never hidden. I started to romanticize the ugly parts of you, telling myself we could make it work, but realizing that ego creates the best hiding spots. It was learning that many things make their way back, but accepting whatever returns isn't meant to stay. And while I thought the love we had was enough to water your insecurities under the rose, it did nothing but nurture the ever-growing thorns within you. You used it to wither me, poison my very being, and I ignored it and continued to wilt anyway. Still to this day do I question the thought of who you once were. Was it me? Was it you? How much did I screw up for it to end this way? It's an unsolved mystery that lingers during the days I miss your presence. Your smile, addicting. Your touch, solidifying my ache for your love, the kisses on my scars, the very ones you caused. Since then, no words were exchanged, and I slowly let you out the doors of my soul silently. I no longer tried to force anything the same way you forced me to be a shadow of your love, easing you out day by day until I could no longer feel your presence. I remember all the times burning while trying to save the home I built in your head. I remember all the times I found myself drowning in violent waves, trying to save the shipwreck of the pure connection we had, constantly looking around and waving for help and being the only one fighting. I remember being the only one trying to gather what fell off so I could rebuild the pieces of what you left me with. But that is all an illusion. I woke up one day and realized I was fighting a battle that would have never inevitably end. I realized the only thing I had to battle was my conscience. You know, closure is a funny thing. We often misinterpret words as a form of closure. But your silence and actions were all the closure I ever needed. So now, when you text my phone and I leave you unread, when you call me and I don't pick up, don't be surprised. I said goodbye to you a long time ago. And now I finally know for sure, on days where I find myself missing you, it's always been you. And it was never me. Thank you.
That was an amazing performance, Jill. Love should not hurt. Love is more than just the way you feel. For more information, log on to loveisrespect.org for information on setting boundaries and way more. For our next performance, we have Stephanie Aguilar and Isabella Feliciano, juniors from the School of Dolphins, MHS.
Hello, I'm Isabella Feliciano. I'm a junior in MHS.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Katie Aguilar, and I'm a junior in Maranatha High School.
And this is our poem. It's called Blinded.
Heart pounding and skin flushing. What is this feeling? Dear me, am I falling in love? My attraction to you, or lack thereof. I guess you made me smile. That was nice. You loved me. That was all that mattered. You were easy to be with, at least in the beginning. I lived as an untender child. That was my upbringing.
I've only ever known fists in the red of angry eyes, tainted and bruised. I was never really a child. So when you lay your hand upon me ever so forcefully, I cried out in agony. Was this love? It must be. Denial upon trial. You loved me, that's all that mattered. Even my once pristine skin is now bruised and battered. Then came the day you asked for what I was afraid to give. Your pretty white lies, sweet words of poisonous wine. I think I would have settled for your fists instead. I caved in, my stomach filled with dread. You are not gentle, duration with no repose. Thorns tearing off the fiber of my pink rose. This was not love, I realized. This was desperation and pain I idealized. This was my mistake. I've been such a fool. Should have been never trusted. I became your tool. Love is so blind, but you are all that mattered.
I wanted to leave, but the feeling stayed. Love you so dearly. Regrets come flowing. The world I was blinded by now came unfolding. Love is so beautiful, yet unforgiving. Your love was nice, the warmth, the feeling. Yet you who is gentle became so brutal. I left finally, but everywhere I go, I recollect the memory. The bruises stayed and the feelings of pain. Thank you.
Wow, what an engaging and powerful performance, Stephanie and Isabella. And just like the title of the poem, sometimes we may be blinded when our heart is involved. But by raising awareness, the youth will be more aware of the cycles of unhealthy behavior in our relationship. Be the change. Up next is a Kagman High School senior and returning competitor, Victoria Itigol Pangilinan.
My name is Victoria Mary Igitapanginan. I am a 12th grader at Kagman High School. Love, the most beautiful yet scary thing one can feel. This is a story of a young girl who didn't have a grasp on the concept of the heart's will, specifically when it came to love. She wasn't quite sure. She had no mother, a daughter of a father who kept his distance, for he despised her very existence. After years full of trouble and torment, the young girl grew. She was struggling to sail adrift at sea, for she still could not understand, not a clue, of what love is meant to be. One day, she met a man. Something in her began to stir. He had filled an empty void within her. She knew what she felt for him was far greater compared to her loneliness and pain. The thought of losing this feeling she had finally obtained messed with her brain. He taught her love that caused her demons to subside. She was convinced he was the only one able to provide. Until the once happy days took a left turn, and nothing was ever right. But whatever could she do? He was her light. He put her under a spell. She was hypnotized. She fed on his empty promises, satiated with all his lies. She watched his true colors show. Suffering for falling in love with a part of him, mistaking it as a whole. The once gentle hands that held her with love was now painting shades of purple and blue all over her body. He manipulates, bends, and breaks her will, but still, couldn't blame him. I believed I was at fault. It must have been something I did or didn't do. I was confused. I was desperately hoping that you were just joking, that you will love me back. But reality smacks me back into place. Your love is a constant pain that left me always drained. Your love shows no mercy. Your love was always in a hurry. Your love did me dirty. Your love told me you are not worthy. Your love damaged my soul, but that was your goal. And you showed me what love was. But that's not what love is. Love made me look in the mirror until my heart was no longer bitter. Love may be scary, but it is also the most beautiful thing one can feel. Love lifted my head so my crown may never fall. Love made sure I knew my worth, and I know my worth now, my true worth. More than diamonds, more than gold, and more than pearls. This is a story of a young girl. A young girl, me.
Absolutely amazing, Victoria. We all deserve to be loved. We all deserve to be happy. We are all worthy of that. Thank you for that compelling performance. And last but not the least, please welcome our final performance, Jermaine Chloe Yalon, a junior from Dr. Rita Pocock Enos Junior and Senior High School.
Hi, my name is Jermaine Chloe Yalung. I am in the 11th grade and I attend school at Dr. Rita Pocock Enos Junior Senior High School on Rhoda. If his touch is like roses, then his words were the thorns, latched, tangled, and bleeding. Never once did he hit me, not a finger, not a fist, yet his words grip my body, trapped so I can't resist. No one seems to notice, out of sight, out of mind. However, these scars cut far deeper into the crevices of my life. The wounds that never heal, I must take them forever with me. So please don't tell me how to feel. I know that I'm not happy. I'm forever conflicted, trapped in a cage of my own design. Do I love him or do I hate him? At the end of the day, he's mine. He looks me up and down, judging, hurting, and loving. How can I leave he who loves me? He who cherishes me? He who saved me? I can't. So I am trapped in this unending cycle. Set me free, set me free.
Wow. Turns out Rhoda is very talented as well as friendly. I don't know about y'all, but I would have a hard time deciding who out of these 8 performances would be my favorite. But that's where you guys come in. Again, we're gonna go on a 10-minute break, and as soon as we come back, we'll be announcing a winner of the People's Choice Award for the high school division. But how do we know who the winner is? Well, that's where you guys come in. Same process as last time. Go to menti.com and type in the code on the top of your screen and vote for your favorite high school performance. Again, that's menti.com, MENTI.com, and type in the code on the top of your screen to vote for your favorite high school performance. As soon as we come back from our break, we will announce the high school performance People's Choice Awards winner. And after that, we'll go on to announce the winners from the arts competition, essay competition, and the spoken word competition. See you soon.
Hello, everyone. This is your 1-minute reminder. There is now 1 minute left for voting. So if you haven't already, please use the link and code at the top of the screen to vote for the People's Choice Award for the 2022 Know Your Worth High School Division Poets. Okay, everyone, the vote is now over. The poll is now closed. With that, we will announce the winner for the 2022 People's Choice Award. So congratulations to
Victoria Igatol Pangilinan from Cagman High School. Woohoo! She got the most votes for favorite spoken word performance of the high school division and has won herself $100. Wow. Way to go. Also turns out our tabulators need a little bit more time to process the final scores. So while they're still going off, I would like to say hi to Miss Alani Tenorio and Miss Macy Tenorio, Program Assistant and Executive Director of the Coalition, respectively. Miss Alani, Miss Macy, are you there? Miss Alani? Miss Macy? Oh. Well,
while they tabulate, we're going to show a YouTube video the Coalition shot in early 2020 with students from Saipan Southern High School. It's a sushi mukbang where they talked about life, parents, dating, and even Baby Yoda. So
Baby Yoda? Really? Whoa. Well, without further ado, let's show it. Let's see it.
This has been the first mukbang at Oba Sushi Saipan. Thank you for watching. I'm Joanna. I'm 16 and I already messed up.
I feel like healthy relationships are like when both parties are happy, right? Unhealthy relationships are like, it doesn't even have to be like they're screaming at each other or there's abuse or anything. It's just like when one isn't happy with something and the other doesn't try to fix it, and like the other will continue to do what the other wants just because they're happy even though they're the person doing it isn't, then that's kind of what makes it not a good relationship.
Well, towards a guy point of view, I think if the guy doesn't put much effort into it, I don't think the guy is really interested within the girl.
I mean, like healthy relationships, yeah, like what she said, it doesn't mean that like they're not screaming or whatever, but you know, like whatever they would do to like keep their relationship together would really show like, oh, if it's really healthy or not. But you know, also with a healthy relationship, there has to be like like abuse or just control of like the other person. You know, everyone should have their freedom.
It's like if that person trusts the other person to do the right thing. There you go.
I mean, with like having different age groups, like everybody would like perceive it pretty much differently because they don't really have that much knowledge or extent of how or what real love is and what can be healthy and what might not be unhealthy.
Well, let me add on to that. Only one thing. It's how much mature they are, or if they're immature, then what's the point? Being mature and putting dedication towards a relationship would really correspond towards whatever you're trying to look for.
Completely off topic, but do you guys know how to eat this?
Yeah. That's what I saw.
Yeah. That's not a video, right? Well, take the shell, and I'll take that.
I can't go anywhere if you do it. People nowadays are using ego as
Like an
too much
excuse,
drama,
right?
like that.
An excuse just to cause something.
Yes. I mean, I have like a friend who, like he was so ego, like everywhere, like his partner went, he would always like ask what he's doing, who she with, and you know, that's really bad. Like you cannot even say it's good, like, oh, they're just worried.
When him and that person was online, before she'd go off to do something, she'd usually say like, hey, since I'm going offline, you cannot be online.
Oh, I hate it.
That's really bad. Yeah, that's really bad.
That's the worst. It's like,
my coding side. Anyways, yeah. Like, you know how you I'm pretty sure you guys know this. Like, you'll see that one person that takes a picture like what we're doing earlier, and then of a fancy dinner, like, oh, my so-and-so brought me to this and that, and then, you know, and then right when they hit post, it's a totally different thing right when they hit post, you know?
you know what I find funny? It's always just one sushi on each plate, like no.
Live on an island.
This is mussels. This is a spicy tuna. Was it spicy tuna? I forgot.
Yeah.
And then these two are new. We don't know what this is.
This tastes really good. I'm just wondering.
This-
I'm gonna break the chamorro code. I'll take the last one.
I broke that like someone like with 3 plates.
Oh.
It doesn't have to be like, oh, they're just like physically hitting you. They can be like, oh, throwing like really harsh words,
Really
at you.
hurtful words.
Yeah, like, oh, like you're
verbal.
Yeah, you're really a bad girl, or like, you know, you're really bad at like showing love, I guess.
Tying into verbal, it could be also psychological or mental, because throwing out words, it will start to like stick to them.
Verbal, psychological, mental, and physical.
You're missing one more thing.
Which is
emotional.
Honestly, feeling better, yeah, just from experience. To feel better, I usually would vent it out to someone, or just hang out with friends. Just how would they handle the situation? Because sometimes you don't know what to do, but kind of talking about it, it would really give you an idea of so he would handle it that way. Try and approach it this way. This issue.
For mine, if it were to happen to me actually, and it had, I usually just do vent art. I would just draw my frustrations away, and if it's not frustration, it's sadness. It's just do something you love. Just try to get your mind off of it.
For me, I do something to get my mind off of it. But yeah, it's either I play a hobby, or I just mainly just mope around listening to music.
Actually, for me, when I was younger, 10ish, when I have a problem, I would tend to just cry it out, throw everything across the room, pillow so I don't break anything. But as I grew older, I started to write more in a book, which I believe I still have.
True.
And then the more it grows, the more I hang out with friends, talk to people, stuff like that. Just doing new things rather than just keeping to one.
I typed it down. It says, life is short. Stay determined, stay fixed on the end result. Focus on the thing that you want the most. And it's calling for you at the end. Once again, life is short. Dream for it and believe in it.
Like from Marta?
Believe it.
How to talk to us. Honestly, it's so hard to talk to our parents nowadays.
They make it seem easy, but really they just it really might seem easy, but the way it actually goes and stuff, it's not. It's always everyone always has a different situation. There's not always the same situation. There's always different circumstances.
I'm gonna get this out before I cry. So, personally for me, I find it easier talking to other adults than my own parents, because you're scared it's gonna hurt them in some way.
There could be some understanding because they probably went through something similar,
but that's pretty rare.
Yeah, it's rare that you get that. I mean, most of the time you can relate to a friend or probably someone that's undergoing the same thing, but you won't know. You won't know either.
Here's the water. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Just to remember that there's different type of parents where they yell at you for your own good.
Yeah.
And there's types of parents where they'll ignore you just for you to keep your mind off it, or I really don't know, because my type of parents are really special towards me. I usually come up to them, Mom, Dad, could I talk to you for a moment? I think this is really personal towards me, and I hope you can help me. That's it.
For me, actually, I never really grew up with my parents the most. I was more with my grandparents. I usually just go to them most of the time. But now that I'm only left with my grandfather there in the Philippines, it's kind of awkward because I'm here now, so it takes a while to get the communication across. I personally go to friends, honestly, because sure, we're young and still don't understand, but they're the closest thing that I have to be able to be understanding what I'm saying, what I'm going through, than an actual adult.
like to me it's just harder to talk to an adult, like depending on how close you can be with them. But yeah, I think friends would be like probably the easiest ones to talk to, and
maybe not too mature enough and not the best at making decisions. So there's me not. I usually go to my counselors about that.
True. Well, going on to the friends thing, it just depends on the friends, you know.
Yeah, it depends on the friends.
Because then I've met some really cool people.
yeah, I think my worst one was probably so like my friend was telling me like, oh, I think she's cheating on you. So she was just straight up assuming everything, and I was like, oh, like man, what do you think I should do to like not like find out or be so jealous about it, but like what can I do to like see if, yeah, whatever, if they actually like have another thing besides us, and like, oh, maybe you should find someone else too and like do the same thing, so like, yeah, in case they are cheating, then you cheat on them too. I'm like, whoa, yeah, exactly. That's why that was the worst advice. Like, you don't cheat on someone just because you think they're cheating on you too. You like, hey, we'd like talk to them about it, like, oh, do you still like feel the same way just towards me, not towards anybody else?
My friend was really good at editing skills, and it was a video. So it was like, I asked him about it, and you know that video where like that guy was putting down like letters on Scrabble, and it's like, yeet, what's yeet? And then she edited the word your relationship. She edited that so well, but I couldn't stop laughing and crying at the same time. I didn't know if I should be mad or I should be proud.
Again, the best relationship advice a friend can ever give you.
Yeet literally means yeet.
Throw away!
My friend told me to send a baby Yoda towards this girl I like, and then at the end she's like, why would you send me that? Because baby Yoda want for me. I'm like, why? Why would you do that?
That's just a pickup link. But picking them up. Again, right? That's bad advice.
Bad advice, but that's still a good creative.
It's creative.
She said it back.
This has been the first mukbang. I'm Joanna, and I'm 16. I almost said my last name.
I'm Eli, and I'm 17.
I'm Angel, or I'm 15.
I'm Devon, I'm 17.
Hi, I'm Jeremy, I'm 18, and thank you for watching. Crush that like button.
And February is Teen Violence Awareness Month.
Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month. Close enough. Close enough. Yeah.
Hi, wow. Wow. What a different time early 2020 was. But I think most of us can relate to some of what those teens were sharing. COVID or no COVID, it's still kind of hard being a teen. Before we start announcing the winners of the Know Your Worth Middle School Division Essay Competition category, we would like to thank our judges of the Middle School Essay Division. Our first judge is going to be Ms. Vivian T. Sablon of the DCCA Division of Youth Services. Next, we have Harold Easton of Marianas High School. And finally, we have Catherine Perry, the director and host of Your Humanities Half-Hour Show. Thank you so much for taking the time out to thoughtfully read through these essays that talk about teen dating violence, life in the CNMI, and what they think should be done to help youth and teens today. I'll give them an at-home round of applause, Thank you so much, judges. Now for the essay winners of the middle school division. Let me repeat. This is the essay winners of the middle school division. Third place, the winner of the middle school division who was awarded $75 cash prize is, you guys can do your own drum roll. Drum roll. Mia De Leon Guerrero Pangilinan of Mount Carmel School. Congrats, Mia. Up next is our second place winner of the middle school division for the essay and recipient of a $100 cash prize. The winner is Lovely Zine Jingle of Dr. Rika Hokog Enos Junior Senior High School in Rhoda. You did a lovely job. Also, what a mouthful. That's a nice school. Or that's a pretty long school name, actually. Sorry. Now, what we've all been waiting for. The first place winner of the middle school division, who was awarded $150 worth in cash, is Victor Nash Manigo Santos of Mount Carmel School. Woo-hoo! Congratulations, Victor. Now, before we start announcing the winners of the Know Your Worth essay competition category for the high school division, we would like to thank our judges. Starting with attorney Jane Mack of Micronesian Legal Services Corporation. Next, we have Katrina Punzalan, who is an alumni of the Marianas National Speech and Debate Association. Finally, we have Janine Raffan. Thank you so much for taking time out to thoughtfully read through these essays that talk about teen dating violence, life in the CMI, and what they think they should be done to help youth and teens today. Thank you so much, our judges. And now, time to announce the winners of our high school division. In third place, the winner of the high school division, who will be awarded a $75 cash prize, is Angeline Faith S. Laxamana of Marianas High School. Woo, let's go Dolphins. Congratulations, Angeline. Next is our second place winner of the high school division, who will be awarded a $100 cash prize. The winner is Fiona Marielle Bukalig. Yay! She is from Mount Carmel School. Congrats, Fiona. And now finally, the first place winner of the high school division of the essay competition. Let me clarify, this is not the spoken word that we just saw or witnessed throughout the past hours. This is for the essay competition. And now the first place winner for the high school division is Jermaine Chloe Yalom of Dr. Rita Hokog Enos Junior Senior School. Congratulations, Jermaine. You'll be rewarded a $150 cash prize. Woo, congrats. And thank you everyone who took the time to write and judge, who took the time and write these amazing essays. The judges had so many positive things to say about you all, thought so deeply and the issue of teen dating violence and what needs to be done to end it. Thank you so much. Let's give an at-home round of applause. Woo.
And now onto the art category. This year, we received so many wonderful and intriguing art pieces from both the middle and high school divisions from participating schools throughout the CNMI. So before we introduce the winners for the middle school division, I'd first like to introduce our judges. The judges for the middle and high school divisions for the art category are Walt Mendez, Patricia Oglin, and Patty Hokug. For the third place winner of the art category in the middle school division, who will be awarded a $75 cash prize, is Kyla Marie Diestro of Dan Dan Middle School for her art submission titled Teen Dating Violence Plus Healthy Relationships. She is in the 8th grade. Congratulations to Kyla Marie. For our second place winner of the art category, with a prize of $100, is Verica He of Dan Dan Middle School for her submission titled Healthy Relationships versus Abusive Relationships. Amazing job, Verica. And now for the first place winner of the middle school art category is Guan Hun Sung from Seventh Day Adventist with the art submission titled The Two Sides of Dating. Guan Hun Sung wins a $150 cash prize for first place. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
For the high school division, and the recipient of a $75 cash prize, in third place with a digital art submission titled Violence Can Be Masked as Love, is Angeline Faith Laxman from Marianas High School. The second place winner for the high school division and the recipients of a $100 cash prize is Mariah De Leon Guerrero from Marianas High School for her entry titled Listen to Me. And she is in the 11th grade.
Wow.
Great job, Mariah.
Congrats.
And now for our first place winner for the high school art category, and the recipient of a $150 cash prize is Irene Lee of Mount Carmel School with her submission titled Don't Waste Your Life. Congratulations, Irene, and congratulations to all of our winners for the art category of the middle school and high school divisions. And thank you as well for everyone who took the time to submit your art entries. The judges had so many positive things to say about how you all thought so deeply about the issue of teen dating violence and how you represented it in your art. So thank you.
Again, and now it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to announce the spoken word winners. But before we get to that, I would like to give a special thanks and gratitude to our judges of the middle and high school division of the spoken word category. Judges, are you there? Oh, hi. Hi, judges.
Hi. Hi.
Hey, how's it going in there?
Going great. We're so inspired. Yes.
Did you guys enjoy the spoken word that you guys witnessed with us? Well, I would like to say thank you to the former educator, sometimes professional stand-up, and longtime grant manager, Jay Sanchez. Next is an advocate, inspirational speaker, and mom, Melissa Castro. And last but not the least, Kagman High School graduate, crafty small business owner, and spoken word artist herself, Merceline Pallet. Thank you all again for taking on a very challenging role to judge all the incredible and amazing performances we had today. Thank you so much.
We are now ready to announce the winners of the spoken word category for the middle school division. The third place winner of the middle school division, who will be awarded a $150 cash prize, goes to Denelyn Jacoba of FMS Middle School. Congratulations, Denelyn.
Congratulations.
The second place winner for the middle school division and the recipient of the $200 cash prize goes to Daniel Dela Cruz from Dan Dan Middle School. Congratulations, Daniel. And last but not least, from the middle school division, the first place winner and recipient of $300 goes to Gian Antonio of FMS Middle School. Congratulations, Gian.
Congratulations.
And congratulations to all the middle school division winners and all the middle school division participants. You guys are all winners. We look forward to seeing you all at next year's Know Your Worth art essay and spoken word competition.
Congrats. And now I have the honor of announcing the winners of the high school division. Ooh. And now, drum roll please, everyone in the crowd who's ever here. Third place, the winner of the high school division will be awarded $150 cash prize. Third place goes to, drum roll, Jude Litulomar of Cagman High School. Congrats, Jude. And now, second place winner of the high school division and the recipient of the $200 cash prize goes to, drumroll, Jill Ann Malari of Mount Carmel High School. Congrats, Jill Ann. Last but not the least of the high school division, the one we're all been waiting for, the first place will receive a $300 cash prize. Third place. I'm so sorry, not third place. First place goes to, drumroll, Victoria Igato Pangilinan of Cagman High School. Congrats, Victoria. And congratulations to all the high school division winners and all the high school participants. You all are winners in our eyes, and we hope you continue spreading the awareness out there. We look forward to seeing you all in next year's Know Your Worth art essay and spoken word competition. Now, sadly, everyone, it's been a good 2 hours we've been together, right? We went through a lot, right? Yuri, how are you feeling?
Yeah, great. It was very nice seeing all the performances and the essays and the art. So congratulations once again to everyone who participated and especially to our winners.
Yes, congratulations. Staff out there, how are you feeling? I would like to first off say thank you to the Northern Marianas Coalition Against Domestic and Sexual Violence for holding this very special competition. As we all know, a lot of people in our lives, or not in our lives, but just in general, a lot of people go through a lot of abusive relationships that sometimes they don't know how to speak out or don't know who to come out to, or just don't know how to deal with it in general. And that is why we're here today. We're here to show and prove to you guys that there is people out there who's willing to listen to you, and there's always going to be people out there willing to hear you out no matter what. You are not alone, and you are worth it no matter what. So continue going out there and striving for the best. Am I right, Nick Yuri?
Absolutely. And make sure you take the time to educate yourself and speak out if you see or experience anything. Remember to use the resources and the hotlines provided here and the websites to help you educate yourself and spread awareness in the community as well.
Yes, it takes a lot of courage to reach out, but when you do, there is no negative downside to it. It's always positive no matter what. So anyone out there who's struggling, please reach out. There's a lot of hotlines here in the CNMI or even the US, or even reach out to a friend who's willing to help you no matter what. And if you ever need help, just remember to take a deep breath and let it go. Everything will be gone in a moment. Thank you, everyone. I have been Sean Gaviola.
My name is Yuri Sasimoto.
And thank you for coming to this Poetry Slam spoken word art essay competition held by the Northern Marianas Against a coalition against domestic and sexual violence. Thank you and have a
Thank
great
you.
night.